There we are. The connection to spirit is true, and the link to the medium is also true. The medium could do with expressing and firming his routine. But after a break, I suppose that is the way things are. In a moment, we will look at those requiring healing, and I guess because of the break it is a shorter list than normal. If you have or would like to add names to the healing list, perhaps you can contact the medium after this session. Now today's talk will actually be talking about two topics at the same time. Topic will be about one thing and its complete opposite. And you may take the talk in either way. It will help, I believe, in both ways. So let us continue, and Brandon, I believe you have names on the healing list for us.
I do. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Rosa, Lorianne, Kent, Deborah Cohen, Raylene Anil Parsons, Carrie Balding, Lynette Balding, Carl, Erica and Nicole Peterson, Mary Ledegard, Lisa Bouvard, Mary Margaret, James Brooklyn, Haley, Therese and Gary, Baby George, Tabitha, Lorna, Jane, Georgia, L, Joshua French, and Lynn Parker. Thank you.
So today we're going to talk about a series of talks, starting today with the first of what will be 6 talks. And the topic is how to have a good death. Now the innuendo here is how to have a good life. Both will be very similar, and you'll be able to take out of one for the other. Now there will be those which will at times confront death, the death of another, where that person will be passing into spirit and will go through their last few weeks and days of their physical life. And it is important at these times, in the ideal circumstances, that those surviving can aid and assist those which are transitioning. And the inference, of course, is how you should live your life before your death. So let us start. Now the first topic, or the first way, is quite obviously, I suppose, and quite obviously because it is to minimize pain. Now pain exists within the physical form, and I include the mental form here, but in essence on 3 different levels. It is very obvious that you may say there is pain in the body, but there also may be pain, let us call it socially and spiritually, for those transitioning. So the pain in the body initially is one where those transitioning have a period of time where there may be some discomfort to various degrees from mild to extreme. Now the medical profession generally is on the mission of continuing life and easing pain, and they may unconsciously keep a patient alive in a state which they do not wish to be, and in trying to avoid death may actually cause more pain or resistance. Not all require this or want this, and it should be addressed on an individual level. So if you are in some extreme pain, at times you may wish to end it all and not go through treatment, which may hinder your final few days. There is no set answer as in do this or do not do this, but it should be done with the patient's full wishes and understanding. There are many times it's not also or not advisable that the patient takes this treatment. Again, the patient must be listened to and understood, because these are crucial events in this part of life. Crucial because there is much to be done and much to learn, even though you think there is little. There is many things which will aid their transition but also aid their arrival to spirit. And these will be mixed up within the next two topics: social and spiritual pain. Socially, it is very important that those going through transition can manage all their requests and affairs. They'll have requests of who will take care of my wife, of my cat, who will look after the money that needs to be done, who will resolve these issues, who will close that business, who will add up the money. All of this for some can create an immense amount of psychological pain. There are also connections to friends and to family that should be had. Those that need to say their last words, often for expression of love, not for further expression of difficulty. And the expression of love may mean, of course, a sharing of forgiveness, of bond, of memories, of experiences, to have further experiences, to sit in the beauty of what is to occur. There must be letting go. And you will see quite often, if you are so lucky to attend enough passings, you will see quite often those which deal with their social issues here and let go. Let go of, let us say, money, of friends, of family, loved ones, possessions, anything. The more they let go, the more relaxation into the bliss of life that they can discover. Often at this time, those transitioning can have deep spiritual experiences, and I will talk more about those in a while, but these experiences mean that they have let go of the bonds of the physical. What are you attached to in your life? Of course, you may say your partner and your children, for example. I'm sure there are many, many other things. When you have just days left, you will let go of your attachment to them, if you can. Now, letting go of attachment does not mean not loving. It does not mean forgetting. It means that you can allow them to be free in their way, so you may be free in yours. Dependency needs to be understood. And in letting go, as in not trying to cling on to, if any patient achieves this at this time, and are subsequently asked how they are feeling, you will often see them express in their own way the bliss of the joy of spiritual life. And the words they may speak will just be, ah. As simple as that. They have seen the light, they have felt the bliss, and they enjoy the sensation of the serenity. It is the holding on in your physical life, the expectations of what will occur for you or what you think you most need, which causes pain in your physical life. The more peace in your being, the more peace in your true nature that comes to the surface of the physical life. It is letting go and accepting where you are, that at this time of transition your passing will be smooth and easy. Often there are those which are spiritually unaware, do not accept or do not even acknowledge that there is life beyond the life, that they walk purely through the veil and out into the spiritual world. Those which pass here without this knowledge, without the ability to let go of the physical world, require more healing on arrival, require more understanding, require to be guided and helped to far bigger degree. Many of you have lived and died many hundreds, if not thousands of times. And yet still, because of the lack of knowledge of the spiritual world, may cause themselves more concern than not in these final few minutes. This period of bliss and love and peace that can be felt, can be enjoyed, and in knowing that that is what awaits, then there is no more than the close of the eyes and the opening of the eyes. As you shift focus from yesterday to tomorrow. Now, spiritually, people may be devoid of spiritual knowledge, and if they are religious or spiritual, or they find their faith or spirituality in these last times, comfort can be given. Comfort, if they were religious, by the connection to their belief, either in the name of the person or the scripture or the sacraments that various religions offer. It can be just the presence of someone who is spiritual, which means that they can hold their peace and talk their truth. They may express their fears. They may express obvious doubts and concern regarding their spiritual progress. If you have spiritual understanding, just sitting and being there can be enough. Some require to know what it is like, what will happen, which way do I go next, what am I supposed to do. All of this you can provide to assist, but only on the request of those transitioning. This is an offer of great comfort, an offer of support and understanding, and the giving of peace and love. That giving of peace and love will go with them. That is the last little bit of baggage, if you wish, that they will take with them. The feeling of love and peace will be with them as they cross the veil. It is not physical baggage, of course. It is mental and the true feeling of the Spirit being with them. But you can sit in that peace. It is the same with your animals. At the time of their transition, it is best that they are with the ones which love them, rather than locked away somewhere in a dark room. It is the same in your life. The feeling and bond and connection of love and peace that you may build, endeavour to retain, and hold throughout your life as best as you are able. It is this love and peace that you strive to achieve in your life. Yet it is found by wanting nothing and giving everything. And then you have both peace and love. Peace because there is no desire for more. Love, no, because you know you have more than enough for everyone. If you hold that in your life, then you live a life of riches. And you will draw many people to you. So be with this person, not always to offer anything physical, but to offer something mental and spiritual, to take away their last issues and problems and give them the peace that they need. Do not worry, I will take care of that. I will sort that. Let us leave that behind and for our last days become peaceful together. All of this, of course, means there is far less pain in that transition. This, of course, is a transition I am inferring of one where someone has some choice. As in, is it at home or am I in a hospital? My time is coming, I know. And then we say, what of those which pass in an accident? Accident either a pure accident or one of their own or someone else's making. It is at the time of their transition. Let us use the example of a car accident. As they approach this accident, many will say that time stands still. The events were in slow motion. That I could watch the events occur and then I stepped to one side and watched the full resolution of what happened. And some do not watch. And you would say these people do not have that time to let go, to connect, to find peace and joy, and to be sure of mind and social circumstance. Well, in that period of what could be just a few seconds, there can be that sudden awakening into spirit, and they not know. Those of you in the physical world left behind know or need to know that then it is our job to ease through, to heal, to work with, and to show the way to those who suddenly awake into spirit. We do that work that you could do, but we do it on our side because it is not, you have not been given the opportunity on your side. Their transition and their need for healing can take a little longer, as I'm sure you can see. Their need for recovery, to understand that they have passed from the physical life and awake into the spiritual life. We offer what you would have offered. We offer peace and love and understanding. We clear away those obstacles of mind as much as they are willing to let them go. We ease them through their religious understanding or spiritual understanding and provide for them what they perceive they need. I say perceive they need. And we show them the incidents and the life and the whole life that they have lived. It is important at this time for us, and in your time if you have the opportunity then, that if that one that is transitioning can find meaning in their life, they can let go of that life far easier, knowing that they have accomplished what it is they were meant to accomplish. So if you can live your life with meaning, when you come to your transition, you will let that life go far easier than one who is burdened by, did I do okay? Leaving behind means that those into our world will be taken care of to the degree that is required. As much as possible, their old life and friends and relatives, or those which have loved them, are there as soon as possible, so that they know that what has been left behind has been replaced by what is familiar. So they may see events and places and people and circumstance which makes them feel loved and comfortable. It is an act of cruelty if we were not to provide certain aspects in their life, even if it is not necessarily true. So some religions, some behavior is created again within their journey through their spiritual understanding, to give comfort so they can wake themselves. So, for example, if you loved fishing on the physical side, you will be given the option to fish on the spiritual side. Even though from the act of catching fish, it is pointless. But there are many other things it may give. If we were not to provide that, and say, that has been taken from you, it is an act of cruelty. So we give them everything they perceive that they need until they decide they do not. It is the same with your beliefs. You follow what you perceive you need during your life, until one day you realize you do not. Again, something more that is let go of. You should not mistake letting go by losing love. By letting something go, your love actually increases, not decreases. If you perceive the opposite, you are attached to the physical form, not to the essence of who the people are. So you should live a life, and as much as possible go through the final transition process of letting go not holding on to. By letting the love be in the situation, honor your life, discover the truth of your life, not the false illusion of certain events and beliefs. The journeys of your life will always initially be perceived to be external until you realize it is internal. And it is falling internally which will give you all the joys and qualities that you could ever require. So if you have this opportunity of sitting with those in this process of transition, you will give, but also learn. Watch how they work mentally to understand physically. If the one that you sit with is incapacitated to such a degree that they are non-communicative, verbal communication is only a small percentage of the connection to another. Love, give peace, honor their wishes, talk about love, tell them if you know what awaits. Give them permission to let go. And let them feel the comfort of you and others with you. In your life that you live now, prior to this passing, decide what is important to you. Decide what is important to you now. Is it your car, your house, your job, your bank balance, how beautiful your clothes are? Is it your children, your family, your mother, your father, your husband? Let them be in your life. Offer them all love. Live with them fully. But know that they, in these job titles, are purely transitory and will come and go. Find the essence, the spirit of the other, and know that will go with you forevermore. That is the truth. The truth of you and the truth of them and the truth of us. Live from this truth. Die with this truth. And you will live forevermore in the eternity of pure spirit. We will continue this talk next week for the next important things to help those which are passing, and to help those which are living. How to live and how to have a good death. God bless you all until next week. May peace be with you.